Is there anything you wish to tell me, Knight?
Not at all. I have nothing to hide.
I find that very hard to believe. Proctor Quinlan completed the decryption of the data you retrieved from the Institute. A portion of his findings included a list of synths that went missing or escaped from their underground facility. After careful analysis of the information, we've discovered something unprecedented. Paladin Dance is a perfect match for one of the synths on that list.
That's impossible.
I'm afraid not. The evidence is quite damning. The data you brought back included a record of each subject's DNA. We keep the same information on file for all of our soldiers. Paladin Dance's DNA is a perfect match for a synth they called M797. To make matters worse, he's gone AWOL. Disappeared without a trace. His sudden absence simply reinforces our conclusion that M7... I'm finding it difficult to believe that he never confided in you, and then swore you to...
After everything I've achieved, why would I jeopardize my position here?
You make a fair point. Apparently, I've misjudged you, which means I've decided to take you at your word. However, that doesn't absolve you of your duty. Dance is a synth. He represents everything we hate. A monstrosity of technology. Our mission in the Commonwealth is clear. The Institute and its creations need to be destroyed in order to... Which leaves me facing the most difficult order I've ever given.
There must be some other way.
Please, you surely must see reason.
Absolutely not. My decision is final. Listen, I'm not blind to the fact that Dance was your mentor, and this isn't an easy burden to bear. But if we're to remain strong, we can't afford to make exceptions. Even when it means executing one of our own. Find Proctor Quinlan. He's been analyzing the data and should be able to provide you with a starting point. And Knight, there's a promotion for you riding on the results of these orders. So don't disappoint me. You're dismissed.
Attention! Halberd pilot to station Epsilon. Halberd pilot report to station Epsilon.
Knight.
That is all.
I was told you were coming. Sorry about this business with Dance.
He'll be missed.
Doubtful. I wouldn't miss a synth any sooner than I'd miss a... I was merely sorry that you'd been duped. I've been poring over Dance's duty reports, and as you're well aware, Dance had... I think our best approach would be to identify... You may want to get comfortable. This could take...
What the hell is this crap about Dance being a synth?
So he sets Dance up, and then you knock him down. Is that it?
How did you hear about it?
There are no secrets in the Brotherhood. Maxon's made it clear that we're to locate Paladin Dance, and if we find him, report his location to you. That can only mean you've been sent to hunt him down.
I don't have time to discuss it right now, Halen.
Why? In too much of a rush to pull the trigger? I can't believe that after everything Paladin Dance did for you, you're just gonna turn your back on him like this. There's obviously been a mistake, and we need to get to the bottom of it.
Scribe Halen, you're addressing a senior officer, and you will show her the respect that she's due, or so help me, I'll have you brought up on charges. Now, unless you're here with information that can assist us, I suggest you return to the police station immediately.
Of course. My apologies, Proctor. I believe I have some information that's relevant to the search.
Very well then. Would you care to enlighten us? Or do we have to wait until you decide to grace us with your knowledge?
Knight, if you'd accompany me to the flight deck, I'd like to show you the information I've compiled firsthand. I've stored the data on my Vertibird gunship's computer.
At this point, I'll take all the help I can get.
Very good, ma'am.
Proceed, Knight. I'll continue doing my research here.
If you'll follow me, ma'am.
Scribe.
Do you actually plan on killing Paladin Dance?
I haven't decided yet.
Well, before you do, I need you to listen to what I have to say. I've known Paladin Dance ever since I was an initiate. He trained me, showed me the ropes, and when I screwed up, he taught me to dust myself off and move on. He's earned my admiration, my respect, and my friendship. I don't care what Quinlan's report says. I don't care if he's a machine or not. He's still Dance.
Why are you telling me all of this?
Because someone has to before you rush off and carry out Maxon's orders without thinking about what you're doing. Dance is the most selfless person I've ever met. I've watched him risk his own life based on nothing more than principle alone. That's why I'm asking you, not just as a member of the Brotherhood, but as a human being. Give him a chance. Let him tell his side of the story. If you're not convinced by what he says, or somehow he's become truly lost to us, then you do what you have to do.
Is not compassion a worthy virtue?
All right, I'll hear him out.
That's all that I ask. I'll just have to trust that when the time comes, you'll do the right thing. Before the Pribwin showed up, Dance had me identify a fallback point if we ever lost the police station. It was Listening Post Bravo, an old pre-war US military outpost on the northern frontier of the Commonwealth. It's isolated, and we're the only ones that knew about it. So, there's a good chance that's where he's headed. Just be careful. There's no telling what state of mind he's in right now, or if he trusts any of us at all.
You should bring them to Proctor Quinlan for analysis.
Going down. Hostile target detected. Yeah.
Excuse me.
I'm not surprised Maxon sent you. He never liked to do the dirty work himself.
Why didn't you tell me, Dance?
Because I didn't know. Until Quinlan got that list decoded, I thought synths were the enemy. I never expected to hear that I was one of them. If it wasn't for Halen, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. So, what are your orders? Does Maxon even want me alive?
No, but I'm hoping there's a way out.
Don't be ridiculous. Look, I'm not blind to the fact that this must be difficult for you. I wish Maxon had sent someone else, but that doesn't change a thing. I'm a synth, which means I need to be destroyed. If you disobey your orders, you're not only betraying Maxon, you're betraying the Brotherhood of Steel and everything it stands for. Synths can't be trusted. Machines were never meant to make their own decisions. They need to be controlled. Technology that's run amok is what brought the entire world to its knees, and humanity to the brink of extinction. I need to be the example, not the exception.
I can't tell if that's the human or the machine talking.
The fact that you're confused only strengthens my decision. I'm ready to accept the consequences of my true identity. Maxon's ordered you to execute me, and I'll be damned if I'm going to stand in your way.
Is there any way out of this?
We both know that this is the right thing to do. If you refuse to follow Maxon's orders, you're undermining everything the Brotherhood stands for. I can't allow that to happen on my account.
If you're so eager to die, then do it yourself.
If you leave here without completing your orders, then I'll carry them out for you. Maxon's obviously testing you, and I refuse to be the one who causes you to fail.
If it needs to be done, then so be it.
I've never been prouder of you than I am right now, sister. It's been a pleasure serving with you.
Victoriam, sister.
I believe we're supposed to file a police report, yes? And all the little things go in baggage for evidence.
Going up. Ground floor.
Ad Victoriam, sister.
Report, Knight. Have you handled the situation with Paladin Dance?
I did what had to be done.
That's all I've ever asked of you. Of course, Dance's execution creates a missing link in our chain of command. That traitor held quite an important position with us. I'm certain that you'll make a fine replacement. His quarters and all his possessions are now yours, including his personal suit of power armor. Congratulations, Paladin.
Body's not even cold, and you're already dividing the loot?
To the victor go the spoils. Being a part of the Brotherhood, you should learn to appreciate that sentiment. Just be aware that a Brotherhood Paladin is expected to be a symbol of integrity to our brothers and sisters. I trust you won't disappoint them, or disappoint me. In any event, We still have the Institute to contend with, and a lot of work to do before we can begin our final assault. While the finishing touches are being put onto Liberty Prime, Captain Kells has identified a potential threat to our operations. Report to him immediately for your next assignment. Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
Getting a bit of twitch on prop 3. Adjusted torque.
Good. Now that the unfortunate matter regarding Dance has been...
Do you think Dance's execution was justified?
It's quite obvious Dance was a traitor. Or at the very least, a turncoat. That machine's presence was endangering this ship and its crew. So your actions in this matter were not only justified, they were vital to our mission. With all of that behind us, we can shift our focus back to our wartime.
I'm ready, Captain.
Good, because this mission demands your full attention. Now, before we launch our attack on the Institute, we need to address another threat, the Railroad. They're a small but capable group that uses subterfuge and guerrilla tactics to harass their enemies. Our tactical analysis says they could possibly hamper or harm our operations, which is a risk I'm not willing to take. If we strike them now, we should be able to maximize the amount of damage we do to their organization.
Why is the Railroad such a threat?
Even with their relatively small numbers, the Railroad is a constant threat to our operations. They've already proven to be resilient against superior forces, with a knack for disappearing when cornered. Worse still, they possess the capability to help synths flee the Institute. If we intend to end the synth menace, destroying the Railroad hinges on completely eliminating their leadership. Otherwise, they'll simply regroup somewhere else. To that end, here's a list of the 5 targets we believe would cause a catastrophic failure in their chain of command.
Should have buried those idiots when I was dealing with the chip.
Yes. It's quite disappointing that you allowed them to proceed this far. Now, before you depart, Proctor Ingram has additional orders for you to complete.
Our sources tell us that the Railroad has some sort of experimental or prototype robot in their headquarters. They're calling it the Predictive Analytic Machine. They use the robot for complex strategic calculations that are much more efficient than anything we can generate here. If you could use this holotape to decrypt the security on Pam's terminal, it will force the unit to return to the Prydwen. I'm certain we could put Pam's computing power to good use. Otherwise, destroy it. We wouldn't want it to fall into the Institute's hands.
I'll try to get it back here in one piece.
Good. It'd be a hell of a waste if you didn't.
I'm certain you'll do whatever it takes to complete the mission. When you're ready, proceed to the Old North Church and link up with our assault team. They'll provide demolition support and all the firepower you'll need to take the railroad. Down. Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
Control systems all reporting back now.
promotion was well-deserved, Paladin.
Got company.
Tango down.
You should wash your hands after that. It can be unsanitary to handle the deceased.
What the?
Not like this. Got trouble.
Detonation pack, secured and ready, sir.
Keep your heads down!
No one panic!
Wait, what was that?
Let's do this.
Who's there? I lost him.
Pam.
Ready for programming instructions. Recommend interface. Type RJ11G.
Our vertebrae give us the... Captain.
Well, it appears that the railroad won't be a hindrance to our future operations.
I wish there'd been another way.
The railroad was providing assistance to escaped synths, and was therefore deemed a security threat. Those sympathizers got exactly what they deserved. I'm also pleased you managed to secure Pam, rather than allow it to be destroyed. We are having it brought to the Pridwin, where it will be installed in Proctor Quinlan's office. It's an amazing piece of pre-war technology that should prove to be quite beneficial to us. Speaking of pre-war technology, Proctor Ingram is putting the final touches on Liberty Prime, and requires your assistance. Congratulations on another successful mission, Paladin. Ad Victoriam.
Officers I've ever had the pleasure of serving under. Excuse me, Proctor Ingram.
Well, this is it. The moment of truth. We've pre-programmed Liberty Prime's battle coordinates into his navigational processor. As soon as he's under his own power, he'll head straight for the Institute. Elder Maxon wants you to follow, and make sure he arrives at the CIT in one piece. I've checked every wire and every bolt on the big guy. All we need to do is plug in the agitator, start Prime's reactor, and cross our fingers.
This is gonna be a short war if Prime can't move.
You aren't kidding. Look, I discussed it with Elder Maxon, and we think you should be the one who has the honor of starting Liberty Prime. Just plug the beryllium agitator into his reactor port, then head back down here and press the transfer button. Good luck, Paladin. Ad Victoriam.
Some important work to do, if you'll excuse me.
Fusion core reinitialized. Liberty Prime, full system analysis. All systems nominal. Weapons hot. Mission: the destruction of any and all Chinese communists. Probability of Chinese victory: impossible.
Brotherhood, salute. Ad Victoriam.
Proceeding to target coordinates.
Look, I'm really busy.
Freedom is the sovereign right of every American. Democracy is non-negotiable.
Brotherhood, fall out.
Democracy is freedom. Communism is tyranny. Freedom is the sovereign right of every American. Democracy will never be defeated. In life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Obstruction detected. Overland travel to target. Compromised. Probability of fission hindrance: 32%. Stratagem initiated. Aquatic transit protocol activated. Probability of mission hindrance 0%. Democracy is truth. Communism is death. Anchorage will be liberated. Victory is assured. Communism is a temporary setback on the road to freedom.
For Elder Maxon. Area secure.
Designation: Liberty Prime. Operational assessment. All systems nominal. Primary directive: war. Memorial site recognized. Patriotism subroutines engaged. Honoring the fallen is the duty of every red-blooded American. I am Liberty Prime. I am America. Designation: Liberty Prime. Operational assessment. All systems nominal. Primary directive.
Are still within acceptable parameters.
Accessing dictionary database. Entry: communism. A form of government in which the state controls everything and people. Designation: Liberty Prime. Operational assessment. All systems nominal. Primary directive: war. Democracy is freedom. Communism is tyranny. Chairman Chang will fall. China will fall. Objective reached.
If you're looking for ammunition or weapon mods, Dr. Tegan might have what you need.
Scanning defenses. Scanning results. Negative. Warning. Subterranean Red Chinese compound detected. Obstruction depth 5 meters. Composition sand, gravel, and communism. Tactical assessment. Reach compound to restore democracy. Warning. All personnel should move to minimum safe distance. Embrace democracy, or you will be eradicated.
Sir.
The mission is proceeding as planned, Paladin. Well done. Our next target is the reactor. If anything tries to slow us down, I'm ordering you to destroy it. Man or machine. Once we reach our target, you'll need this. It's a fusion pulse charge. Attach it to the reactor, and it can be detonated remotely from a safe distance. It will be more than enough to annihilate the Institute in its entirety. Ingram, you're to remain here and teleport us out when the job is done. Get that thing working.
I'll make sure this teleporter is working by the time you need it.
That's it.
Exercise. Too much time on the terminal is not healthy.
Is someone present?
Something's out there.
Something's out there.
Prepare to be terminated.
What? Over here!
Paladin, we've located the reactor. It's accessible through the Advanced Systems Division. Only, you can't reach it. The security override can only come from the Director's terminal. You'll need to access his quarters.
Are you still well, madame?
I didn't expect to see you again. Come to see the reactor, have you? We got it working without you.
Sean, the Institute has to be stopped.
And you've decided this for yourself? Or has it been fed to you by the corrupt societies above ground? It's not enough that I lay here dying. Tell me then.
All the enemies you created. You can't imagine why I'd be standing here.
Perhaps I didn't think to count you among them. Well, none of it matters now, I suppose. The only question left then is why you're standing here. Is it regret?
I wanted to see you one last time. Before your whole empire comes crashing down around you.
Get out of here.
Well done, Paladin. Looks like a path should be clear to the reactor. And I am happy to report that reinforcements have arrived.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Combat initiated. Where did you go?
Something's out there.
Right here. What's up?
Authorization
Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
Movement detected. Curious.
Huh?
Good work, Paladin. I think it's time to leave this place to its fate. Proctor Ingram, do you copy? Our mission is complete. I need you to transport us out of here immediately.
Elder.
Proctor Ingram, it's time to teleport us out.
Sorry, Elder, I would, but...
Please,
well,
Mom, don't
this
leave me.
child
I want to
showed
go
up.
with you.
He claims to be the Paladin's son, sir.
Please proceed to
Why
your
did you call me
assigned
Mom?
evacuation point.
What? You're my mother. Why else would I call you that?
Oh, this is just what I need right now.
I'm not a baby, and I'm old enough to take care of myself. The only help I need is to get out of here. Now can we please go?
I'm not sure that's such a good idea.
I promise I won't be too much trouble. I'll stay out of your way, and you won't even have to take care of me. So can I go with you? Please!
All right. You can come with me.
Really? Do you mean it?
What? You don't believe me?
No, I totally do. What I mean is, thanks. Now let's get out of here.
All right, Ingram. Fire it up.
Everything looks green. System's warmed up and ready to go if you are.
Absolutely. Let's get out of here.
You got it, Paladin. I'm going to send you and Elder Maxon directly to the detonation site. I'll make sure the kid gets some new clothes and reaches the airport safely. When that reactor goes up, this place will be nothing but a smoking crater full of rubble. Should be quite a sight. Looks like your work here is done, Paladin.
Attention all personnel. Evacuation order issued. Authorization 1YR31. Please proceed to your assigned evacuation points. Thank you for your cooperation.
Dr. Ingram has assured me that we'll be outside the blast radius. Press that button, and you not only defeat our enemy, you restore order and decency to the Commonwealth. It's time, Paladin. The Institute and their synth abominations must be eradicated.
I can feel it wash over me. The heat, the force, the radiation, the fear. It's the end of the world, all over again. I close my eyes. I see my life before all of this, before the bombs. Everything can change in an instant, and the future you plan for yourself shifts, whether or not you're ready. At some point, it happens to all of us. This was not the world I wanted, but it was the one I found myself in. The Commonwealth. My home. Ripped apart and put back together. I hoped I could find my family. Cheat time, make us whole again, the way we were. But now I know. I know I can't go back. I know the world has changed. The road ahead will be hard. This time I'm ready. Because I know war. War never changes. Excuse me, Elder Maxon.
You've done an exemplary job here, Paladin. Without your unwavering loyalty to our cause, this victory would never have been possible.
What? No cash prize?
Your reward rests in the hearts and the minds of the people you've saved. The Institute has been wiped clean from the face of our world. It's time we close this chapter on the Commonwealth and begin one anew.
I think we've done enough damage already.
This victory... We still have a long road ahead if we're to ensure the safety of the Commonwealth and her people. But this is neither the time nor the place to discuss it. Return to the Pridwin, and we'll decide what needs to be done.
Heads up.
Do you need something from me? Yes, my love?
Your thoughts?
Science, when used to advance the species, is a most wondrous thing. To see such knowledge perverted. This is a tragedy beyond words. But I think you did the right thing.
That's all for now.
Not a problem. Let us continue our journeys.
I'm occupied at the moment. We'll speak later. Paladin, I'm pleased you've returned. Captain Kells and I wanted to speak with you. Captain Kells.
As I expect Elder Maxon has already explained, the destruction of the Institute is simply the first stage of our operations in the Commonwealth. There are still super mutants and ferals to be dealt with, as well as any remaining synths that escaped the blast. It's our hope that you will continue serving with the Brotherhood and assist us with eradicating these threats.
There are still synths left in the Commonwealth?
Unfortunately, yes.
Right.
The Institute maintained exploratory patrols, now that their headquarters has been eliminated.
In light of your service, Captain Kells and I both feel you deserve unique recognition for your contributions, both past and future. It's with great pleasure and the utmost respect that you are hereby granted the title of Sentinel. This is the highest honor a Brotherhood soldier can achieve, but we both felt strongly that it was well deserved.
In addition, we'd like to present you with this jetpack modification for your power armor. The Brotherhood has few of these devices in its possession, but we feel you've earned the right to utilize one of them. Congratulations, Sentinel. It's an honor to be serving with you.
Would I be the only Sentinel in the Brotherhood?
In our division? Yes. There hasn't been a Sentinel serving under me for many years now. It's a position that commands a great deal of honor and respect, so I do not award it lightly.
Thank you both. I'm really quite honored.
The honor is ours. So, Sentinel, for the first time since we've met, I have no orders for you. From this moment forward, you will decide which missions you undertake and how you will guide us. Captain Kells and the personnel at the Cambridge police station still possess numerous operations for you to undertake. Where you go from here is up to you. Ad Victoriam, Sentinel.
Communications array calibration test successful. All bands nominal.
Proximity sensors green. Getting a
Look
3-second ping back.
What do you want?
Hi.
I was just thinking of you.
Your thoughts?
Dance should not have met an end like that. It is not right.
Nothing else I needed.
Not a problem. Let us continue our journeys.